Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. This is Laura with Diamond Painting and Stitching with Laura. How's everybody doing today? I hope everybody's having a good day. Well, today is Mystery Saturday. We got 4 left here, guys. Let's see what it's gonna be. Okay, whoop. Get a hold of one. I can't see what I'm doing. And the winner is Birds and Blossoms. It is the silk cross stitch. So I will be right back. Give me 2 seconds. Alright, I'm back. And this is what the picture looks like. It's so pretty, isn't it? And we are up, I believe, in this corner right in here. Seems awfully dark, but okay. We're using the color that it called for. So how's everybody doing? Is everybody having a good weekend? I hope. Make sure that I'm doing everything right here, because, you know, I really hate to frog out. This is my one picture that is done with silk thread. Number 6501. Whoops. These are all the beautiful silks that are in this. Number 6. Okay, we got the right thing. But it has such beautiful, beautiful colors. Just beautiful colors. And I love the way it feels, but, you know, I'm not real fascinated with how it does or doesn't. So, we're working on this pink part. I haven't worked on this for a little bit. In fact, I was debating whether or not to convert it to, what do you call it? Oh my goodness, DMC, you know, or not. So we'll just keep sewing on. I mean, the thread on this is much better than yin and yang. And I don't know that I did or I didn't get them from the same company. This is the only piece of paper that I have that goes with that. So I'm not real sure. Can't begin to tell you. I know I got it at AliExpress. That's about all I can tell you. There were 3 in this series. And I just picked one, you know, because I wanted to. I bought them, this and yin and yang at the same time, to see if I'd like silk threads. Well, I started with yin and yang and I didn't like it. But this one seems to be doing okay. I'm using 3 strands of silk thread, and I did find my, whoa, as it falls apart, my thread magic that I bought to go with the silk thread. But, and I don't know why I don't work on it a lot more. I just wonder, it kind of makes me wonder what it would be like to sew with, just say 1 or 2 strands of silk threads. One particularly, because I know that they use in some of the cross-stitch patterns their silks, and I'm sure they're way better product than what I've got in here. So, but I haven't gone that far as to use silks in my regular cross-stitch. But we'll just continue on. I should put this in my weekly bunch of stuff to do, you know, along with yin and yang, but I just never get around to it because I'm always working on Death by Cross Stitch, and what else oh, I've been working on yin and yang, of course. But this thread has been less finicky than the other threads, so I don't know. I'm sure that there's different grades, shall we say, of silk thread, and this probably is not even close to being real silk. It's just silky like, shall we say. Oh, geez. So today I got up, and I was really kind of tired, and oh, geez. So I decided to lay down. Well, that happened for a half an hour. And then I'm like, well, I got to do this, I got to do that. So that kept going through my brain. So, just get the needle in there. I believe this is either an 11. It looks kind of like an 11 count, before I forget that part. So anyway, I got back up, and then I ran to the grocery store while I was still in the friggin' mood. I'm telling you. Some days I just don't even want to go deal with the circus. I just don't care to go to the grocery store, but I needed some stuff for the week, so get it all at one time, and then I don't have to go every other day and all that. I'm pretty good about that kind of stuff. See how nicely this is laying down? I mean, seriously. These kits were better than the others. I don't know. I've been looking at 123. Is it 123 Stitch on the internet? And I really like, I don't know what it's called, something about swans, but it is by Long Dog Sampler, and it's not nearly as, what do you call it, as involved as Death by Cross Stitch, and it's really pretty. I forgot what it's called, though, dang it, but I really like it, and I like Moulin Rouge by them, so those might be the two things that I get. And Moulin Rouge is going to be red work. I don't know if that's the one I'm going to... I don't know that I'll do it in red. I may do it in like a navy blue or something. I'm not sure. But we can try. I'm just kind of up in the air. I haven't found a pattern that I want to do in red work yet. Haven't gotten that far. Somebody said, well, you can just take any pattern and do that. I know. What I'd really like to have is some kind of a, like a sampler looking thing, you know, with ABCs and numbers or something like that, instead of something like Moulin Rouge where it's just like motifs. So in my brain, I have red work down as kind of looking like a sampler type thing. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. More consistently running, I guess, with a sampler. So, I don't know. I haven't got that far yet. But those two are high on my hit list, shall we say. And I think that Ginger Gerald did Moulin Rouge, and I think he did it in colors. But I might be wrong. It was like when I first started watching him. He does such beautiful work. That King Henry VIII just said, yep. But no, I'm not going to buy King Henry VIII in the Haid. Oh, hell no. That would not be something that I would absolutely start. I like to stitch, but I don't like to stitch quite that much. So that will just have to be a bygone thing. So those are the things that I've been looking at and trying to pick out. And I don't think the one with the swans or Moulin Rouge are very big, per se. I don't know, they may be. But I want to do them in 16 count Ada, and probably on something that's antique-y look. Like, I'm just kind of up in the air, so not thinking too hard here. But, oh, yesterday was a nightmare at work. They had the highways closed, 2 highways closed from Denver, so in order to get up and into the mountains, Molly, you had to go all the way to Colorado Springs from the Denver side and then up through to here. And it was a nightmare. People were coming all night, and I finally got out of there, and it was my long night, of course. All this crap seems to happen on Fridays. And, yeah. So, it was just kind of busy. Get rid of that silly. By the time the thread is done, it's just done. Whoops. I'll show you how I use this thread magic. I take one end and I do a knot. That holds down part of it. Then I open up my thread magic. Whoops. And I lay that there. Hang on. Got to get the lid. It fell. Of course. Lay the thread across the top. I got my knotted end here. And just pull it across. I'd still kind of like to get some beeswax. I'll have to look for that. I know it's not terribly expensive. Seriously, and it'll last you forever, like that thread magic stuff. But I know a lot of the women use the beeswax when they're working on the silk that I was telling you about, how people use like 1 strand of silk, but they're sewing on 28 count or higher. But I worked on my little, what do you call it? My little spring thing last night. Hang on, let me get it and I'll show you what I'm talking about. It's done on the 16 count that I had. But I just like how small and petite the whole thing looks. So, I don't know. I don't think I'd go any smaller than 16 count. I just like how delicate it makes it all look. So I did get all the little flowers done in there. And there's a mistake in there somewhere, but I'm just not going to deal with it. It didn't make... Oh, hang on, guys. Oh, excuse me. Been out and about, and it's windy today, so that's when everything starts sneezing. We're gonna... Oh, my goodness. Sorry. And no, I'm not sick. I refuse to get sick. But you can see how nice that lays down. It lays down pretty good. All things considered. Now, whether I'll have enough thread to complete all this, I have no idea. Because going backwards probably would not be an option. And this thing took forever to get from China. But that's par for the course with AliExpress. But it's doing its thing. Hopefully it'll look like the picture when I get close to being done. But I just work on it every once in a while because, like I said, I am not a fan of this silly silk thread. But this kit has, call me a liar, so to speak. It just laying so nice, and when you pull it up, it's just beautiful. So, you know, there's still hope for silk in my life, but I may, you know, do some other cross stitch with silk, you know, but like one or two threads, you know, on tiny stuff. I don't know how that would work because I'm sewing right now on Ada, so that's what I would be sewing on. So we'll see. I don't know if we'll keep this project going or not. It's on the cusp. I think it's beautiful, and I think it would be beautiful done, you know, either way. But I just wanted to have a silk project, and here we are, and this is how we feel about it. So we will see. But other than that, that's about all I've been messing with. I worked primarily yesterday. Well, I woke up and I had a headache, so that's how my stupid day started. So I didn't want to have to work on counted cross stitch. The day before, I worked all day on stitching, pretty much. Stayed inside and just stitched. So, we will see. I think I got one more right there. Come on. Get into those tight places, and it's kind of hard to deal for some reason. I guess because I'm using 3 strands. Molly, please. What a day, what a day, what a day. But I wanted to do a quick video, and got to go back to work today. Or I should say to work today, not back to work. Feels like I was just there some days. I'm sure that's the way it's going to feel in the summertime. I hate that one long day, and I get home at 10, and then I just don't have too much time to relax. But the other 3 days I have to work till 9, so it's a little bit more relaxing. Come on. I think these are the plum blossoms. Should be over in this corner somewhere. I don't know what color's coming next. And I found if I don't get too long of a strand of color, then it doesn't knot up as bad. I would say about 12 to 14 inches. I know you have to change thread, you know, more often, but sometimes it's worth it to get it to lay down. But this is laying down pretty well. The wind's kind of blowing off and on today, but it's supposed to be 43 degrees today, so we will just let it. It's a heck of a temperature for February, because usually it's a little sub-zero-y around. Not always, but I would say in the 20s and 30s at least, so 40-something is weird. All right. Got that little section done. There. I know it's never a lot, but I can't sit here for very long. And it seems like I'm not making a whole heck of a lot of progress, but We try. I haven't had the desire to start anything that's in my little repertoire. So, yep, just working on the stuff that I got going. Got about 5 or 6 whips in thread. Thread projects, and I got 3 beaded projects going. I've got the tiger and the peacock and my little orange flower, poppy. I can't think what it was called. Well, it might help if I thread it from this side. Come on. Guess we'll start down here. Yeah. This way, I guess. Get this. It's kind of it looks like dark green here, but when you get it in the light, it kind of is iridescent to on the blue side. But strange as that may seem, maybe it's just my eyes. I don't know. Come on. And stitch backward as well as I do going from the other direction. Unless I got the whole thing turned. So not many plans for this week yet. Of course, it's the interim week. The week in between. So we will see how it all goes. No plans to go to Walmart or go shopping. It kind of depends on the weather. I mean, sometimes we don't want to traipsy around when it's one of its snowy little fits. Although my daughter's got a bigger vehicle now and 4-wheel drive, so that helps a lot. She's had a small little tracker, and she had to get rid of it because something happened. I can't even remember now what the heck it was. But she got rid of it. It has a Dodge Durango, so it's a lot bigger than that tracker. But it also helps when you have to drive over distance and everything. And it's nice. I just miss the little car. We went everywhere in the little car. I feel like that lady that gets to give up her Subaru. It's just comforting to get in the car and be the same one. Oh. Whoops. And it doesn't pay. If you're working with silk, make sure your hands are not rough. Put on some hand lotion. And you don't have any edges that are bad on your fingers, because it just attacks. Just attacks. And messes up your silk. It's like putting on silk stockings, you know? Does anybody remember silk stockings? And how finicky they used to be? Probably not. So, just be careful and have your hands kind of smooth when you're working with it so they don't catch on anything. Oh, come on, please. I only do about 50 to 100 stitches on this, and then I'm done for a little bit. Got to give it some space. It's not like it's going anywhere. Oh, crap. All right, guys. Well, I think we've had enough of this for today. I know we don't ever make too much great progress on this, but I think this is going to be it for the day. I just put that right in there so it doesn't get lost. All right, guys. Well, thank you for joining me and watching me work on my silk project. Maybe we'll work on a different color. I just happen to have that color out, so I thought I'd get rid of it before it all, I want to say, frayed and separated and all that kind of stuff. But anyway, well, I hope you have a good rest of your Saturday and have a good time. I'm going to throw that in there so I know where it's at. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe, and please hit the bell. And that way you'll know when my next video comes out. Y'all have a good rest of your Saturday, and God bless. Bye-bye.